trends we're seeing in education at the moment, I think with it being a more mature market, rather than it just being a standard replacement like-for-like product, we're seeing customers looking at a more consultative approach from us. So they're interested in FutureTech, they're interested in new products, new ways of doing things. And I think they've seen over the pandemic and over having to be very reactive with technology, because they found the use of it and they knew with things like Teams and how that worked for them, how they can now develop on those ideas and move those products forward and do more with it. So it's not just, can I have 10 more screens, it's how should we be delivering this content and what do we need to do to deliver it? Rather than it just being a case of going out to market and buying products and offering pricing, we're having to look at new ideas, new ways of putting solutions forward. Our technical team have been very busy with coming up with designs and all sorts of new ways of putting things in place, which is really interesting and it's fun for our guys to do. We recently have completed the first phase of a project for University of Wales Trinity St David, and they've got a new LED immersive space that we worked on. So they had a concept to put an immersive space into the university, and came to us with an idea of putting projectors in a space. We then worked through the concept and design ideas with them to come up with an LED version. So it's an 18 metre wide, 2.8 metre high, fully immersive 1.5mm pitch LED. And the idea behind that for them is not only to provide 360 content and look at things like Matterport and be able to work through 360 YouTube videos, but in effect, it's looking at how we can be collaborative as a group, and things like meta meetings. So rather than having a group of people sat in a room, all with headsets on, all only engaging in the metaverse, the idea here is that you all walk into a room and you can engage both in the real world and outside of that. They've now also engaged some content delivery guys. So the idea there is that they're going to start building this so that people can engage externally into the same environment and collaborate from other sites. So normally you would see 3-4 projectors, HD 1080p projectors, and it would be a blended image around the room, and it would be 360 videos, and it would be some slight immersive content in there, and you might be able to navigate through that piece. The design around the Trinity side is that, one, it is very high quality, incredibly high quality. So actually, I think it's 16K, the actual rendered quality of the screens. But it's also the fact that it's engaging and interactive. So we've put a 55-inch touchscreen in there, Samsung touchscreen, so you can actually navigate on the screen via the touchscreen table or through an iPad as well. So it's fully engaging and immersive, but it's the collaboration side that is the difference. And really, content is king on that as well. So the quality of the screens is brilliant, but it's them investing in designers and building content themselves that absolutely make it special. We've got 2 events coming up in the next couple of months that are called Matter, which pulls into our tagline of technology that matters. And the reason we've done it is we were getting so many requests through from customers, from healthcare, police forces, local authorities, universities, wanting to understand what is coming in technology and what's in the next 5 years, what will people be looking at. And again, I think very driven by the pandemic and then being on the back foot, they now want to see what's coming. So we've looked at a lot of events, and there are shows like BET, which are fantastic, and there's lots of vendors here, and you can go and look at the products on the stand. And we've seen other integrators offering technology shows. The way ours differ is that we're running we've got a very select number of vendors there. We've got Professor Sarah Jones, who is a leading professor in immersive technology, doing a keynote speech. We have Jonathan Hinchcliffe, who's a director for Manchester NHS, doing a keynote speech as well about the future of technology. And we're running a set of technology masterclasses. So each group will have maybe 10-15 people from the NHS will go and sit with each of the vendors, and they will discuss over a 15-minute period the future of technology for that particular area. So we've got AI, we've got VR, we've got immersive tech, we've got esports, we've got cybersecurity, and how that impacts onto their fields of expertise. And I think a lot of what we're trying to look at is Again, not what's available now. And these guys aren't talking about product and what's available now. They're looking at in 5 years' time, when you go to hospital, when they release you from hospital, you'll get a wearable piece of tech like a watch. That'll monitor your vital signs, so if there's any issues, that'll get sent back to the hospital, they'll know about it. It's looking at what's coming in the future rather than what's here now.